birthday. This whole month we're celebrating, which is so awesome. I love birthday parties. I also love Christmas, but luckily this month they're the same thing, which is so awesome. Now, one of the things that I love about birthdays, and maybe this is something that you love about your birthday, I love presents. Anybody out there love presents? Yes, the gifts. They're a big part of birthday. Sometimes we feel bad raising our hands saying we love to get gifts. It's not a bad thing. You're not selfish if you love presents, because gifts are really meant to be the way that we express how we love other people and appreciate them. And it's also a way that we feel loved and appreciated and known. So gifts are a very good thing. One of the best birthday gifts I ever got. So back in 3rd grade, for about a year of my life, I wanted to be a professional roller skater. That was the job that I wanted. And so I had a hand-me-down pair of roller skates from my older sister, and I used to roller skate in the kitchen, but they were a couple sizes too big for me, so I stuffed socks in them. Anyways, when my 8th birthday rolled around, I was in 3rd grade, my mom put a big box in front of me, and I opened it up. Brand new roller skates of my own. They were white roller skates with sparkly blue wheels. So they were really, yes, extra magical. And I was so excited because I felt so loved and known by my mom. And I felt like it was her affirmation of me being a professional roller skater. So it was this really great moment, this thoughtful, perfect for me, perfect fit, my size, personal gift. And then looking at my mom's face, Mom, thank you. This is the best present ever. I love you so much. And my mom is just beaming because she knows that she has kind of shown the way that she loved me through giving this gift. So gifts are a part of birthdays. Did you know that gifts were a part of Jesus' birthday? That when Jesus was born, people celebrated him with gifts. In fact, the Bible talks specifically about 3 gifts. There might be more than this, but gifts were a part of Jesus' birthday. Look up here at the screen with me. It's Matthew chapter 2, verses 10 through 11. It says this: when they saw the star, they were filled with joy. They entered the house and saw the child with his mother. And they bowed down and worshiped him. Then they opened their treasure chests and gave him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Now, these are the 3, like I said, the 3 gifts that the Bible mentions. Side note, though, how awesome would it be if somebody came to your birthday and opened a treasure chest of gifts for you? Wouldn't that be incredible? Okay, so the Bible mentions these 3 gifts. Now, when you look at them, I think these gifts feel like weird gifts that you would give a baby. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. In fact, you have 3 presents on your outline. Would you write in these 3 gifts that Jesus got? Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Now, again, these feel like weird gifts that you would give a baby. However, these gifts were thoughtful. They were personal. And they were perfect for Jesus because they were a hat tip to who he was and who he was meant to be. Will you put those presents back up for me? Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Now, gold is the first one, so gold is precious. Right now, gold is going for $1,500 an ounce. So this is my solid gold bird that I have on my mantle. Just kidding, it's not solid gold. But it weighs a lot of ounces, so this would probably be like $75,000 or like $1 million, depending on how many ounces it is, right? When we think of gold, we think of royalty. It is precious. It is worth a lot. And it was meaningful to give Jesus gold because he is the King of Kings. See, when he came here to earth, it was the symbol of him being over all of the earth and everyone on it. That there was no ruler or no king above him. And so this gift of gold to a baby was actually really personal and perfect for Jesus because of who he is. Now, the next gift, frankincense. Frankincense is kind of a weird gift for a baby. Now, if you don't know what frankincense is, it comes from dried up tree sap, okay? Now, frankincense is an aroma. Let's see if we can get this thing burning. It's an aroma. And what the aroma of frankincense does, there we go. What the aroma of frankincense does, have you ever had a cold where you couldn't breathe? Like you were so stuffed up, you just like could not breathe. Frankincense, yeah, it doesn't smell great, but it's meant to clean out the passages, clean out the pathway, all right? So the aroma of frankincense, Yeah, I didn't say it smelled good. What a weird gift for a baby, right? Dried up tree sap that clears out the passages. But when you think about who Jesus is and who he was meant to be when he came here to earth, see, Jesus was coming to earth, sacrifice his life to create a pathway, to clear the passageway between us and God so we could have a relationship with him. So frankincense isn't that weird of a gift for a baby when you think about who that baby was and what he was meant to be, to clear the path between us and God. Now, this gift I think is weird too when you think about giving it to a baby. You've got the gift of myrrh, all right? Everybody say myrrh. Yes, totally. So you've got the gift of myrrh. Doesn't smell any better this side. Does anybody know what myrrh is for, what it does? Some of you might know that the aroma of myrrh is meant to cover up the smell of dead people. Yes. So it was this spice that when people died, it's going to come to you, I promise. This stuff is strong. All right, so here's the weird thing about myrrh. It's a spice that people would sprinkle around dead bodies so that dead bodies did not smell. What a weird gift to give someone on their birthday. Right? But for Jesus, this was actually a very perfect and personal gift because Jesus came to earth to die for you and I, to pay the price for our sin, to sacrifice himself. So not only was he clearing a pathway between us and God, not only was he the King of Kings, but he was also meant to give his life and did give his life for us, which makes him really the best gift ever. Now, here's the odd thing about gifts and about Jesus' birthday, is usually when you think about birthday, you think about the gifts that we're giving, and we're talking about the gifts that were given to Jesus that were perfect and personal. But the craziest thing about Jesus' birthday is the people that got the best gift on Jesus' birthday was actually us. See, the best gift given was from God to us, and that was the gift of Jesus himself. Jesus is the best gift ever. Write that down for me. Jesus is the best gift ever, and we got the best gift ever on his birthday, which is so crazy, because someone wouldn't come to your birthday party and expect to get the best gift ever on your birthday, but that's what happened when God gave us Jesus. Look up here at the screen for me, John 3:16. You guys have probably seen this passage before, maybe you know it by heart. For this is how God loved the world is us. He gave his one and only son, Jesus, so that everyone who believes in him will not perish, but have eternal life. We didn't do anything to deserve this gift. We can't do anything to earn this gift. But Jesus himself was the best gift ever and the most perfect gift for us. So let's talk about that a little bit. Is why was this gift of Jesus so perfect for us? Well, write that down for me. The gift of Jesus is perfect. The gift of Jesus is perfect. Like those roller skates were a perfect gift for us, for me, For me, they were a perfect gift for me. Jesus was the perfect gift for us, and he came at the perfect time. You see, we needed Jesus. We needed someone to clear that pathway between us and God so we can have a personal relationship with him. We needed someone to die who was perfect and holy to pay the price for our sins, and that's what Jesus did. And he created a way for us to have a personal relationship with God. He didn't come to judge us. He didn't come to give us a bunch of rules. In fact, John 3:17 is coming up on the screen, and it talks about that. God sent his son. Can you go back to, yep. God has sent his son into the world not to judge the world, but to save the world. So Jesus didn't come to judge us. He didn't come to give us a bunch of rules or tell us we're terrible. No, it's because God loved us, you and me, so much that he wanted to give us the most perfect gift, and that was perfect Jesus. And he gave us this gift just at the right time so that when we were here on earth, we wouldn't have to walk around without hope. We wouldn't have to walk around lonely. We wouldn't have to walk around without purpose. And that when we die, that we would have eternity forever and ever and ever in paradise, in heaven, with God himself. And that's how we would live out the rest of our days. See, when Jesus came and he died on the cross, he was the most perfect gift because that gift meant that we got freedom from our sin, freedom from hopelessness, freedom from loneliness, all of those things. And what do we have to do to get this perfect gift? Nothing. We don't have to do anything or earn anything or be good in order to get this gift. All we have to do is ask for it, receive it. And it's freely given to us. Now we're going to keep unpacking why Jesus is the best gift ever, and Matt's going to come up and finish it up.
Yes, Jesus is the best gift ever because he's perfect, but the other reason is because the gift of Jesus is personal. Write that one down. The gift of Jesus, it's coming up on the screen, is personal. Have you ever been given a gift that was just really personal and meaningful to you? Like whoever gave it to you had to know you so well that they knew exactly the right thing to give you. Anybody got a gift like that ever before? Those ones just mean more, right? Like a $50 gift card to Target is awesome because you can buy a billion awesome things with $50 at Target. But something that is really personal and meaningful to you as a person, that's worth way more than a $50 gift card, even if it costs less, because it's personal for you. Jesus is a personal gift. I was trying to think of one of the most personal gifts that I've been given on a birthday. Actually, my last birthday last year, some of my best friends, they threw me a birthday party, but they gave me a really personal gift on this birthday party. Anybody food lovers, any foodies out there? Yeah, I love good food. I love the fancy food sometimes, okay? Anybody love fancy food? Yeah. So one of my favorite food things is a charcuterie board. Does anybody know what charcuterie is? It's fancy, it's French, I think, and it's really bougie, but it is one of my favorite things to eat. Basically, it's this spread of like fancy cheeses and meats and like fruit and things like that. Here's a picture of, yeah, this is the spread. It's like fruit and cheese and meat and goodness and bread and things like that. It's so good. I could literally eat this for like every meal, which would be a bad thing because I have zero self-control, especially around cheese. I just eat way too much and then pay for it later. It's just how the cycle of life works. But my friends knew me so well that last year they made me a charcuterie birthday party, basically. And that was like 1/4 of the amount of food. And it was so good. And I ate way too much. And my stomach and my heart were just so happy because I was known, right? You know what it feels like when somebody gets you and they just know you. And it was such a personal gift. Now, way more than a bougie charcuterie board, way more than a pair of roller skates with sparkly blue wheels, Jesus was the most personal gift, the best gift that we've ever known, we've ever seen. And here's why. Because up until this point, God had existed in a different way with us as people. But that first Christmas 2,000 some years ago, God sent his son, John 3:16. He sent his son Jesus, who was God himself, to be born as a little baby. Have you guys ever held a newborn like infant before? Anybody? Maybe like a little sibling or cousin or just some baby you saw or something? Yeah. They're tiny, right? They're so little. They have like the most microscopic fingernails. Have you ever seen it? Yeah. They're so tiny, you need a microscope to see it. They're just little, and they can't do anything for themselves, and they're just innocent and cute, and they can only just cry and poop, basically. That's about it. But think about this for a second. God, who is so holy and so massively beyond our understanding and so glorious, the few humans throughout history that had seen little glimpses of God, they had to turn away or else they would die from how brilliant and holy and perfect he is. But that same God became a little baby. Isn't that crazy to think about? But the reason why he did that is so that he could interact with us, he could be with us on a personal level for the first time in history. And that changed the game for forever. It changed the game. But it wasn't just about Jesus being born. It was about what Jesus was born to do, right? John 3:17, he was born to save us. He came to save us. Now, when somebody gives you a really good gift, like maybe you can think of like the best gift somebody ever gave you, you want to give them a really awesome gift back, don't you? If somebody gives you like a really good gift for your birthday, you're like, okay, for their birthday next time, I want to give them a really awesome gift. We want to repay the favor, right? It's just natural for us. But think about this. What could you and I possibly give Jesus that would repay the most awesome, best gift ever, that is him? What could, as we're celebrating Christmas and Jesus' birthday, think about this question. What can I give Jesus for his birthday? Maybe you've never thought about that before. The truth is, there's actually really nothing that you and I can give that would ever repay, reciprocate, be equal to the gift that Jesus gives us through himself. And actually to try to do that, to try to like earn it or repay it, that's missing the point, because like Katie said, it's a free gift. Jesus gives himself to us freely without any reciprocation needed. We don't have to repay. We don't have to give him anything in return, except there is something that you and I can give Jesus that is perfect and meaningful. And the best gift, write this down, the best gift I can give Jesus is myself. Write that down. The best gift I can give Jesus for his birthday is me. It's myself. Have any of you guys started making a Christmas list yet? Yeah, maybe you started like 4 months ago and it's like 94 things long. Yeah? Yeah. I just remember, when I was your age, I used to color code my lists. Anybody do that? Okay, so I would rank them in order of priority of the things I wanted the most, and then I would color code it based upon the store that you could buy it at, because that was before the days of Amazon when you can buy everything on Amazon. You'd have to go to stores. Isn't that crazy to buy gifts? That's crazy to think about. But I would color code my list, and maybe your list is super long, but think about this. So if Jesus had a wish list for his birthday, for Christmas, it would actually only have one thing on the list, and that's your name. Think about that. The only thing that Jesus wants for his birthday is you. Isn't that crazy to think about? Jesus just wants you. Listen to what Jesus says in Mark chapter 8. It's coming up on the screen. This is what Jesus says. He says, anyone who intends to come with me has to let me lead. You're not in the driver's seat. I am. Don't run from suffering. Embrace it. Follow me, and I will show you how. Self-help is no help at all. Self-sacrifice is the way, my way, to saving yourself, your true self. What good would it do? Listen to this. What good would it do to get everything you want, everything on your list, and lose you, the real you? What could you ever trade your soul for? The best gift I can give Jesus is myself, my trust, my life, my soul. Jesus talks about our soul in that verse. Did you know that you're not just a body? You're not just a bunch of organs covered up with skin. That's not who you are. You're not just a mind. You're a soul as well. Some people would want you to think that you're just a body, and that when your body's come to an end, when you die, then that's the end of you. This is not true, because your soul is eternal, meaning that your soul is going to last for forever, and it's going to last far beyond when your physical bodies come to an end. Your soul will live on for forever in one of two places: in heaven with God, or in hell separated from God. That's just truth. The Bible tells us that that's true. And here's the thing, though. You can either give your soul to things that won't last, like success, like popularity, like things, like possessions. You can give your soul to those kind of things, but here's the thing about those kind of things. They all have an expiration date. Success has an expiration date. Things, your phone has an expiration date. Cars have an expiration date. Popularity, things, achievement, things that you're good at, your grades in school, all those things have an expiration date. Your cool hair has an expiration date. The only thing that doesn't have an expiration date is your soul. And so you can either give your soul, yourself, your entire being to things that aren't going to last for forever, or you can give it to Jesus, who's going to lead you by your soul into the best life ever. The only thing that Jesus wants this Christmas is you. And so maybe if you're sitting here and you've never given yourself to Jesus really before, maybe you know about him, you've heard about him, you've been coming to church for a while, whatever, but you've really never given him your trust, your life, your soul. You're still in the driver's seat of your life. My challenge for you is don't let Christmas come and go. Don't let Jesus' birthday come and go without giving him the best gift you could ever give him. The only thing he wants, which is you, your trust, your life, your soul. If you want to start that, do that, we can tell you how to do that. Myself, any of the JHM leaders, anybody wearing a name tag, come talk to us. We'd love to tell you what that looks like. Spoiler alert, it's super easy. It doesn't cost you anything. Like Katie said, it's free. But it'll cost you everything at the same time because you're giving your life. You're giving control to Jesus. But maybe some of you, you've already done that. You've already given Jesus the driver's seat. You've given him your life. And that's awesome because you gave him the best gift you could ever give him. And that's for forever. He's got it. He's got you. You don't have to try to re-give him you. It's done. But there's another. The next best gift that you can give after yourself is an invitation. Write that down. The next best gift I can give Jesus for his birthday is an invitation. But it's not for Jesus. He doesn't need an invitation from us for anything. But there are so many people in this world, here in Orange County, in your neighborhood, at your school, in your family, who don't know him yet for themselves. And they need an invitation to come and hear about the best gift ever that Jesus offers to them. Not just for us, it's for all of us. And so next weekend here in JHM, you have a cool opportunity. If you already are a follower of Jesus, we're throwing Jesus' birthday bash next weekend. It's going to be a party. It's going to be super fun. The gym's going to be transformed. There's going to be so much cool stuff happening. But we will also be telling people how they can start a relationship on a personal level with Jesus. That will change your life. And so you, if you've already have that, my challenge for you is don't leave today without grabbing 2 invite cards, at least 2. You can grab more if you want. There's plenty. But 2 is my challenge for every one of you. 2 invite cards for Jesus' birthday bash. On the back it has all the info, and I want you to think about 2 people in your life who need to know this. Probably junior hires. Probably that's a good thing for this. But hand them personally this invite card to come next weekend with you to JHM. And maybe they'll hear about the best gift ever of Jesus and come to know him for themselves as well. Your thought for the week, here's what I want you to think about. What am I giving Jesus for his birthday? Am I giving him myself, if I haven't done that? Or am I giving an invitation to someone else so they can know him themselves? Let's pray, and we'll be done. Jesus, thank you for being the best gift ever. Thanks for being perfect, but also coming on a personal level and meeting us where we're at as humans. Thanks for doing that. You didn't have to do that, but you chose to. And I thank you for not just coming, but coming to be the sacrifice we needed. We didn't even know how much we needed you, but thank you for being the best gift for us and offering us the chance to have the best life ever with you. God, I pray for everyone in this room. Those of us who haven't yet put our trust in you and are still sitting in the driver's seat, I pray that this Christmas would be the time when we finally give up the driver's seat to you. We say, Jesus, I'm going to let you lead. I'm going to put my trust in you. But for those of us who have already done that, I pray that you would show us a couple of people in our life that we can invite to know you for themselves. Maybe next weekend,